For number 15, we want to eliminate the parameter to obtain an equation x and y, and then we want to describe the curve and indicate the positive orientation. So to eliminate the parameter, what we need to do here is isolate t in terms of x, and then plug in that value into the second equation of y so that we get rid of t. So once I have this, I'm going to write as x is equal to 3 plus t. Let's bring the 3 over to the left-hand side, so x minus 3 is equal to t. Okay, once we have this, remember that we have the equation y is equal to 1 minus t, but t is equal to x minus 3, right? So y is going to be equal to 1 minus x minus 3, which therefore means that y is going to be equal to minus x, if I distribute that minus, and then minus 3 plus 1 plus 4. So our equation has this form here, and we're treating x as the input and y as the output. So we know that it follows this line. However, we can see the parameter t has a restriction. So this is not really going to be a line which is infinite, but rather it is going to be a line segment that has a place where it starts and a place where it ends. So let's find out where that place is. So we can see that the first restriction of t is that t is greater than or equal to 0. So let's plug in 0 into the x and y equation just so that we can see where the starting point is. So if t is equal to 0, we're going to plug in into the x equation and into the y equation. So let me just erase these intermediary ones. I'm just going to leave the x and y equation here. So if t is equal to 0, therefore it means that x is going to be equal to 3 plus 0, so it's 3. And y is going to be equal to 1 minus 0, so y is equal to 1. So what we can say here is it begins at t is equal to 0, right? And when t is equal to 0, it begins at this point 3, 1. So we found the starting point of the line segment, and now we need to find the ending point of the line segment. So what we're going to do here is we're going to plug in t is equal to 1, which is the other endpoint here. And so that means that therefore that x is going to be equal to 3 plus 1, so 4, and y is going to be equal to 1 minus 1, so y is equal to 0. And so at the end of the line segment in terms of t, when it's equal to 1, it ends at the point x is equal to 4, so 4, and y is equal to 0. So here we have been able to describe the equation that this curve follows, and the starting point and the ending point. So we were able to indicate here the positive orientation, and that is it for problem 15.